Liverpool's search for life after Mohamed Salah may have just taken a dramatic turn, and it's one that could bring a familiar face to Anfield in what's shaping up to be a huge summer rebuild. Let's break this down in today's video. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. With Salah set to depart on a free transfer in July, the urgency to reshape the forward line is growing by the day. And now a fresh twist involving Newcastle United could hand Liverpool the perfect opportunity to act on a long-standing interest. That player, Anthony Gordon. This isn't a new link, far from it. Liverpool came incredibly close to signing Gordon back in 2024 when Newcastle was scrambling to resolve their PSR issues. A deal worth around £75 million, which would have seen Joe Gomez head the other way, was agreed in principle, before collapsing at the final hurdle. But fast forward to now, and the situation has completely flipped. Newcastle are once again under pressure, not just financially, but strategically. With the club now openly adopting a buy well, sell well model, reports suggest they could be forced into major sales this summer to fund a rebuild. And crucially, Gordon is among the names being discussed as potentially available alongside Sandro Tonali if the price is right. That price, reportedly north of £100 million. Now, realistically, Liverpool are unlikely to go that high. But here's where it gets interesting. If Newcastle fail to secure UEFA Champions League football, which is looking increasingly likely, their negotiating position weakens. Suddenly, Gordon becomes less of an untouchable asset and more of a market opportunity. And for Liverpool, that could be the opening they've been waiting for. At 25, Gordon is entering his prime. His numbers this season, 17 goals and 5 assists in 45 appearances, highlight a player who's evolving rapidly, even stepping up in a more central role recently, with 3 goals in his last 3 Premier League starts. He's not a like-for-like replacement for Salah. Few players in world football are. But that might not be the point. Liverpool aren't just replacing Salah, they're reshaping the entire attack. With uncertainty around depth and long-term roles in the wide areas, particularly on the left, Gordon could slot in as either elite competition or a direct upgrade depending on how the squad evolves. His pace, directness and Premier League proven output make him a far less risky option compared to untested alternatives. And let's not forget, this is a player who came through Liverpool's academy. That connection still matters. Right now, nothing is advanced. There's no official bid, no concrete negotiations. But all the ingredients are there. Liverpool's long-standing interest, Newcastle's potential need to sell, and a player entering his peak years. If the dominoes fall into place, this could quickly turn from a background rumour into one of the defining transfer stories of the summer. Liverpool may not have found a direct replacement for Salah, but they might have just found the next key piece of their new era. In other news, Liverpool are edging closer to a significant attacking boost at a crucial stage of the season, with Alexander Isak now on the verge of returning to full training after a lengthy spell on the sidelines. The Swedish forward, who has been absent for 4 months following a serious leg injury, is finally approaching the point where his reintegration into Arne Slot's squad can begin in earnest. Isak's recovery has been measured and deliberate. Since suffering a fractured fibula alongside ankle damage during December's hard-fought 2-1 victory over Spurs, the 26-year-old has progressed steadily through each rehabilitation phase. That injury, sustained while finding the net in that match, not only halted his momentum, but forced Liverpool to recalibrate their attacking structure for the majority of the campaign. Now, however, there is genuine optimism within the club. Reports indicate that Isak is expected to rejoin elements of full-team training at the AXA Training Centre later this week. An important milestone that signals the final stages of his recovery. While that does not immediately translate into a starting role, it places him firmly back in contention at a time when Liverpool's fixture list is intensifying. There had been initial hope that Isak might be available for the FA Cup quarter-final clash against Manchester City this weekend. However, internally, there is a growing sense that such a return may come slightly too soon. Instead, a more realistic target has emerged: Liverpool's Champions League quarter-final first leg against Paris Saint-Germain next Wednesday. That fixture could provide the perfect platform for his reintroduction, potentially from the bench, allowing him to ease back into competitive action without excessive risk. Slot has been notably cautious in his messaging around Isak's return, balancing excitement with realism. The Liverpool manager has made it clear that while the striker's presence will undoubtedly elevate the team, expectations must be managed carefully in the short term. From his perspective, the long-term picture outweighs any short-term temptation to rush Isak back into high-intensity situations. His comments earlier this month underline that approach. Slot acknowledged the obvious. Liverpool have consistently created chances throughout the season, often dominating opponents in that regard. The missing piece at times has been a clinical edge, something Isak naturally provides when fully fit. Yet the manager stopped short of suggesting an immediate transformation upon his return, instead pointing towards next season as the point where the striker can truly operate at full capacity. Even so, the psychological and tactical boost of having Isak available again cannot be overstated. His mere presence, whether starting or coming off the bench, adds a different dimension to Liverpool's attack. Intelligent movement, composure in front of goal, and the ability to stretch defensive lines are qualities that have been sorely missed during his absence. In the meantime, Liverpool have had to adapt. Hugo Ekitike has carried much of the responsibility through the middle, but the demands of leading the line at a club of this level have exposed inconsistencies in his physical readiness and overall sharpness. Having only recently established himself as a regular starter at senior level prior to his move, the step up has been significant and, at times, evident. Elsewhere, makeshift solutions have been deployed. Federico Chiesa and Cody Gakpo have both been utilized centrally on occasion, offering versatility but not the specialized presence of a natural number 9. Neither has fully convinced as a long-term option in that role, particularly in high-stakes fixtures where positional instincts and finishing efficiency are paramount. Meanwhile, promising youngster Jadon Danns has been unavailable for the majority of the campaign due to injury, further limiting Slot's options. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.